as close to keeping your hands together as possible, trying to supple from that point, okay? So even while you're warming up, trying to keep your hands closer together, suppling to ask him to stretch down. You can widen them for a moment to ask him to get down to where you want him, but then I want your hands right back up together again. Good, a little more trot. I know he might be being lazy, but push him into the contact. Get a response and see a reaction. Good. Good, now when he's down, hands back together. Good. And try to keep him as close together as possible with him still keeping his head down. Trying to supple from that point. Instead of going wide, maybe come back a little bit more toward your hip, like that. Yeah, good. And again, ask for a little more trot. Good. Good job. So now I'd maybe creep up a ½ inch and ask just for a little bit more contact, but still having him, you know, yes, like that, good. A little bit below where we would ride in our normal collection. So just, yeah, good, like that, good. Focus on bringing your hands back together once you get him. Or try to think of your outside aids as pushing him around the circle instead of your inside aid pulling him around the circle. Good, that's better, good. A little more trot. There you go, nice response, good job. Good. There you go, and let's change direction. Same amount of contact, but still on the bit. Not necessarily super round, but still with the lower, you know, in mind, but just not as long as you would as like a stretch circle trot. A little bit up from that. Good. Good, I see that you're working at keeping your hands closer together. That's good. Good job. A little more trot again. Get a response. That's right, good job. Yeah, supple and ask to get him into position like you did, good, and give him his correction, and then again, try to get your hands back together and not wide out by your hips because they're past the point where they should be. That's right, very nice, good, that was nice through there, good job. Trying to retrain yourself, and I know it's easier said than done, to get more focused on your hands and being able to do what you need him to do with your hands closer together, like that. Very nice, good job. You still have the same amount of relaxation, but your arms aren't sticking way out outside the sides of your body. And I noticed in your last lesson with Mindy, she focused a lot on that, and I watched. So I could see what, and I saw it too, and I know I don't You know, I usually let Mindy harp on your your position and his straightness and position and that type of thing when you go through your lessons with her. And then I try to focus more on, you know, the horse and moving, you know, up the levels and trying new things and that type of thing. So, but I do want to kind of keep that drilled in your mind so that when you are riding by yourself that you remember, oh, you know, where are my hands? You know, be really cognizant of it. I had to be because I was awful at it. My arms were never by my sides. They were always kind of open and turned over. And I really had to practice a long time and very hard to keep my hands. And now it's kind of natural. And I still have to check myself constantly. This is good. Very nice. A little bit rounder here. So just yes, like that. Good. Just asking him to accept the bit a little bit more and come down into the contact. Push him into it with a little bit more trot. Good. There you go. Good job. And let's warm up your canter. Let's try to pick it up without him flinging his head in the air. You know, take a little bit more, you know, hold of the rein and then just a little half halt into the canter. And we'll warm it up on that same rein length right there is good. That was very nice, actually. Very smooth, very obedient. Good. Let's go around the whole arena and really push him. I noticed when I rode him too that his beat is really kind of, you really got to push that canter to get a nice true canter stride and a nice 3-beat rhythm. Good for you. Good job. Good job at putting your hands closer together. Very nice. Supple a little bit and ask him just to come down just a little. Good, and now push. Almost ask him to lengthen. Good job. Good. And almost ask him to lengthen. Push, 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 push. Good. A little more than that. I want to see a bigger response, okay, on the long side. If you got to tap them and cowgirl it a little bit, get a response. Bigger. Yes, like that. Good. There you go. And again, push, ask, get a response. That's right. And try to push him through the corner. So stay balanced, but don't let him come back on his own. You keep the tempo throughout the corner and around. Step into your outside heel and down. So you help him balance through the corners, then push right there. When you get alongside, open them up. Good. A little more on this side. I want a bigger response this time. More response. Big. Good. That's right. Good job. Good. Very good. Better. Better rhythm. Good job. Much better. And much better following hands. Good. Whenever you're ready, change direction and let's warm up the other way. Good, nice and straight. Think about your down transition. Good job. Think about your up transition, just as obedient. Good. A little lazy going into it. That's okay. I mean, it was still obedient, and he asked. It was just a little bit laxing. Same thing on both sides. Push the canter down the long side, still asking him to be a little bit rounder. That's right. He doesn't get to come off the rail. Good. Make sure you're balancing your outside aids. Your right, stretch your right side down. Push, push. Good. That's right. That was a better turn. Good job. Good. Very nice through there. Good riding.
Yeah, someone's down there, so I'm like, just glad it's not like.
Yeah, freaking out about it. You can circle here. Good. There you go. Good job. And you can bring them down to the truck. Give them a walk break. I know it's cooler. Oop, that's a big trip. It's cooler, but it still is humid. So they get sweatier, you know, before we know it, they're sweaty, and you've only just warmed up.